I would not feel so all alone. Everybody must get stoned. Hey, do you like my new stone background? I'm going to try something different today because I think part of my problem is I just had too many things running at the same time. So we're just going to do a static background from now on. We'll see how that works until I get a new computer. Who knows when that's going to happen. But hey, I think it's time to play the intro. Cody, play the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog Studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, P. Dog Night. And stop the music. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Night Live Impeachment Day. I am laughing my ass off because trending number one right now on Twitter is Impeachment Day. These morons. Okay, you know why I always do this? I have my little shtick, right? My little shtick where I go impeachment, inquiry. And y'all know exactly why I do that, right? Because right now, there are no articles of impeachment. There's no impeachment going on in the House of Representatives. What's happening is there is an impeachment inquiry to determine whether or not they're going to do articles of impeachment. But it's just a pile of crap. And in fact, I have a new favorite thing to do here. Let me just show you something real quick, because this is a very I think it's a very accurate enactment of what's happening with this, what the impeachment inquiry is all about. So I'm going to show you something. Here we go. I'm going to put it on the full screen here. Here is a very accurate depiction of the Democrats over the last 3 years. Okay. And just here you go. Ready? Here we go. Here we go. We'll do this. And there we go. Here we go. This is the Democratic Party in the House of Representatives over the last 3 years. I think it's a very accurate description. There you go. So, it buffered. Okay, well, like I said, I don't have my perfection on the things happening in this stream are just going to be weird today. But anyway, welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, P. Dog Night. It is November 13th, 2019. It's Hump Day! And I have my reparations coffee, good to go. Why do I still have that on my screen? You don't need to see my studio. Cody, what the hell are you doing over there? You're supposed to be paying attention. I have a new producer, by the way. His name's Cody, and Cody's working on some commercials for me, but he doesn't seem to be doing his job as far as what? No, just change the scenes when you know when to change the scenes. Come on, dude. Cody's slipping. Okay, Cody's slipping. Anyway, good morning. And again, welcome. The chat is starting to heat up, I see, where you've got Sheograth, who was here first. And Sheograth, you get the bell. And good morning, Rolly Bear, Richo, Ramen Noodles, Quinn the Cultist, Jason Burns. Jason, welcome back, man. Haven't seen you around in a while. I'm glad you're here. In fact, I'm glad everyone's here. Quinn the Cultist, Potato. I'm not sure what the potato is for, but I'll take it, So, today is the first day of the public hearings in the impeachment inquiry, where the Democrats are going to trot out the people they think are going to prove that President Trump is a briber and an extortionist. Extortionist. Yeah, extortion. I was thinking contortionist. No, the Democrats are contortionists in ways they're twisting around, trying to find ways to impeach the president. I really personally, I'm trying to figure out the law that they think that the president has broken. Of course, now it's called high crimes and misdemeanors, and yet they're okay. So what my friend Hard Bastard calls media crimes, meaning that if the media says it's a crime, whether it's in a statute or not, it's a crime. And so everything this particular president does is a crime. Now, and I come at this from someone who didn't support this president to be president. I voted for a giant rock in the sky. Just a reminder, the sweet meteor of death, so to speak, which is, now the sweet meteor of death is running in 2020 also, and on a campaign of worldwide destruction. I don't know if I'm going to support the sweet meteor of death this time, though. You know what? In 2016, was not impressed with this person that is currently the president of the United States. I've watched the president for years, since the 80s when I first learned about Donald Trump. But my God, okay, this is an official announcement. I am no longer Never Trump. I'm just saying it right now. I'm no longer a Never Trumper. I am going to vote based on what I actually think is best for the country. And right now, I haven't figured out. Well, first of all, I know that not one of these candidates running on the opposite side of the current president does a damn thing for me, because I don't. They're crap. No, they're not. I shouldn't say they're crap. I don't agree with their policies, their ideas. And so far, despite the three-ring circus that is the Trump administration, and again, remember my mantra: Donald Trump is a jackass. The people who hate him knows he's a jackass. The people who love him knows he's a jackass. And he knows he's a jackass. He's great at it, and it works for him. Some people being a jackass just works for him. And I'm telling you right now, he doesn't give a fuck what people think of him. Okay? He's going to do what he's going to do. And so far, he's been doing what he said he's going to do. Now, he's had some obstacles, granted. The Obamacare thing, that just turned to shit because thank you, John McCain. May you rest in peace. I'm not going to disparage him, although I think John McCain's a war hero. You can't speak badly of John McCain. I have never once ever spoken badly of John McCain's service to his country and the honorable thing he did as a officer when he got captured in Vietnam, and instead of taking the option of leaving his men, he stayed in jail and tortured with all that shit. But as a politician, John McCain was a piece of shit. I'm sorry. John McCain was all about John McCain, and his little dramatics on that Obamacare thing did not do well for the Republicans. They had the opportunity to do. Of course, now I don't agree with everything the Republicans do either, because they kind of fucked that up anyway, because they, it was all repeal and replace. But the dumbasses didn't have anything to replace it with. And they could have done all kinds of things. But anyway, I'm no longer Never Trump. Okay? I am going to probably vote for a candidate that's on the ballot for the President of the United States in this upcoming election. Now, I'm sure there's a whole lot of people like me who just couldn't bring themselves to vote for him then, and may consider voting for him now. And I will consider it. And I'm not gonna there's a whole bunch of people like this. There's a whole lot of people like me who are watching this from the sidelines going, what the hell are you Democrats doing? This impeachment thing, I think the impeachment thing is going to make him stronger, and it's not going to help any of the candidates that are running against him. And frankly, I think Mitch McConnell's pretty much signaled that if the House of Representatives file articles of impeachment and they have that trial, have to have a trial in the Senate, I'm pretty sure they could drag that trial on for a pretty long time for all those Democratic senators running for president, whoever they are. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, Dax, you know this. Mr. Dax, you know who the sweet meteor death is. SMOD is 2016. That's who I voted for in 2016. Because when the choice, at the time, the choice between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, first of all, I didn't trust Trump. I didn't trust him at all. Donald Trump is a New York City Democrat as far as I'm concerned. Now, and here's the thing. My whole thing about Trump being a jackass. I think a lot of people from New York are jackasses. It's just a different culture. I'm from the Midwest where we're all prim and proper and we're super nice. And in fact, even worse, I'm living in Minnesota, the land of what they call it Minnesota nice. I don't know if you're familiar with that term, Minnesota nice. People from Minnesota are so nice, right? Yeah, sort of. I mean, people in Minnesota are also, they're kind of weird about people who are not from Minnesota. They're super nice to each other. Everyone's polite and yada, 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 but I don't know. Anyway, Pancalo, you're watching it. I'm not even going to watch it. I'm going to, well, I was going to put it on here, but I don't want to get yeeted. So good morning, Diesel Dave. Good morning, Pancalo. Good morning, Mr. Dax. Good morning to the gayest person on YouTube. That's their handle. Okay. Good morning, everybody. So I thought, I'm coming on here. By the way, before I even start, I'm going to get this out of the way now. Please, 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 please share this stream right now on Twitter, on Facebook, on what else is there? Twitter, Facebook. I use Twitter and Facebook. You can share this on LinkedIn, and I don't know why you would share anything on. Why? I just looked at the chat. Sheograth, Minnesota, passive aggressive. Yes, isn't it? Sheograth, you know. It truly is. It truly is. Minnesota passive aggressive. Now I know, Maddie, it's public domain, but I'm just, you know what? I'm just gonna wait. I'm not gonna watch it now. I'd love to put it on the screen, and if y'all want to screen and well not or not, I get it. But I'll blow a gasket listening to this bullshit. And it's. I needed that sip. I'll blow a gasket. I'm sure I'm just gonna wait, and I'm gonna watch the things I want to watch. I'll catch the clip, like Schiff's opening statement. I should be watching it right now. Is that happening right now? Let's see. If I were a drinker, I would be dead by how many times I've heard the word Russia so far in the last 5 minutes. They're still fucking talking about Russia. I swore in the... Okay, my stream will not be monetized. Oh, wait, I'm not monetized anyway, so it doesn't matter. I can't take it. Since the day President Trump got elected, there have been people saying the word impeachment. There was a great meme about this. For example, let me see if I might have bookmarked it. In fact, let me check my bookmarks here to see if I happen to have bookmarked this particular one. Okay, I did not. Let's see here. Let me look up. What's his name? What's the guy? Who's the meme guy that got in trouble with? Oh shoot, what's his name? Carpe Donktum. A-R-P-E, Carpe Donktum. Here's a so I should just do memes all show today because there's some good ones out there. The one that let's see if he's prolific tweeter here. I didn't know he tweeted so much. It should have been just yesterday. What happened to it? Okay, I guess it's not here, but it's one about impeachment. And it in regards to this whole hearing, this whole impeachment inquiry. And it's where it's Adam Schiff going, we will be filing filing articles of impeachment. And now we're going to have a hearing to find out why. It's kind of like when Nancy Pelosi said, you have to pass the bill to find out what's in it. It's kind of what they're doing now. They've already decided to impeach him. They've been talking about impeachment since the day he got elected, before he even got, he wasn't even inaugurated yet. And they were talking about impeachment. Like the thing with Whoopi Goldberg when Donald Trump Jr. came on The View. And yes, I know the hearings are on. I can't do it. Okay, here we go. We're going to take a vote. Let's have a vote in the chat. Chat, if you think I should be following along with the hearings, put a 1 in the chat. If you just want to hear me ramble and bitch all day, put a 2 in the chat. I'm going to give you 3 minutes to vote. 1, put the hearings on. 3, do not put the hearings on. I'm going to see if I can find them right now, just because I know where we're going here. I know my audience, and I got a feeling, ooh, that impeachment is on the table. That impeachment is on the table. That impeachment is on the table. Shift for brains. Okay, let me see. Okay, I leave now. There's me. Up 2. Oh, Diesel Dave. Rolly Bear. Oh, I love you guys. I don't want to watch that shit either. I'll watch it later. 1.75. That's okay. 2. Y'all are awesome. Woo-hoo. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Duck Dog through 3, 4. A 1 and a 2 and a 3 to the 4. I already forgot what we're voting on. Okay, that's cool. Good morning, Zombie Teddy. That's okay. No more votes. Good morning, Duck Dog. Good morning, Jason. I said hi to Jason. Who just came in? Rolling Bear was here early, right? Yes, you were already here. Diesel Dave. I said hi to Diesel Dave. Did I say hi to Diesel Dave? Yes, I did. Okay, we're on track. We'll talk about some other shit today because I got plenty. You know what? I could just scroll down Twitter today and get some good laughs. In fact, let's just go to the top of my little list of Twitter people and see what's happening there, and then we'll get into some articles. Let's see. Oh, this is great. All right, hold on. This is hilarious. Washington, D.C. bars are opening early and offering drink specials like, I got 99 problems, but impeachment ain't one. During the public impeachment hearings, I swear to God, if they did that drinking game with the word Russia, oh my. Who was that said that? Diesel Dave? I think it was Diesel Dave who said that, or was that Mr. Dak? I don't know who said it. If they had drinking games on certain words, there'd be some dead people in the streets. I'm just telling you. Let's see here. Okay, if you like subpoena colada, getting caught by, what's his name? Schiff, Representative Schiff. That doesn't fit very well. Anyway, subpoena colada. DC bars open early and offer specials for impeachment hearings. Excuse me. Let me rephrase that because even the Washington Examiner's got this wrong. It's impeachment inquiry hearings. It's not impeachment hearings, okay? Jedi Ghost Bear, how you doing? I'm glad you're here. All right. Bars and restaurants across Washington, D.C. are cashing in on the impeachment hearings against President Trump, opening both their establishments and their bottles. The first public impeachment hearing begins Wednesday morning with testimony from acting U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine William Taylor and Deputy Secretary of State George Kent. After weeks of closed-doors testimonies, a bevy of figures are expected to testify openly during the public phase of the investigation, which they were forced to do. Good morning, Ebony Williams. Duffy's Irish Pub will be serving special drinks named the Subpoena Colada. If you like Subpoena Colada. And James and the Giant impeachment. You notice by the way, my... I'll take a White Russian. I see what you did there. I'll take a Black Russian, brother. Skull, brother. Anyway, Assistant Secretary of State George Kent. After weeks of closed-door testimony, a bevy of figures are expected to testify openly during the public phase of the investigation, which was forced on them by... I don't know who. Anyway, let's look at the Giant, James and the Giant impeachment. I'm sure that's somebody with peach schnapps in it. That was awful. What? The restaurant boasts 8 large TVs for patrons to watch the hearings as they imbibe on the bar's Happy Hearing Hours deals, featuring $5 rail drinks and $2 off wine and beer. Woohoo! I should go to a bar right now. If I didn't have to work at 11 or whatever time I go there, I would be drinking right now. Anyway, Hawk and Dove will open at 10 a.m. to air the hearings. In addition to all the bar's TVs tuning into what's happening on Capitol Hill, the locale will serve its happy hour menu all day. Because D.C. is a pretty liberal place, so, the people are probably partying for the impeachment inquiry. Union Pub opens at 9:50 a.m. and will feature specials that play off an impeachment theme. By the way, my thumbnail is peaches today. Did you like that? It's just peachy. Getting peachy with it. Getting peachy with it. Getting peachy with it. See what I did there? The peach-flavored cocktails will be available for $7 a piece. It includes impeachment, please. Fuck off. A drink that contains peach-flavored Jim Beam. What? Wait a minute. There's peach-flavored Jim Beam now? You fucking... Stop fucking with my bourbon. Although I do like Apple Crown. Apple Crown of 7, that's a nice fall drink when the leaves are falling, you're out in the outdoors and everything, all the beautiful fall colors. Have a Crown, Apple, and 7. Very tasty. Let's see. Peach flavored Jim Beam. Get the fuck out of here. Orange bitters and simple syrup. So basically it's a kind of a peach flavored old fashioned, so to speak. Something like that. Another drink, I got 99 problems, but impeachment ain't one. Contains Sobieski peach vodka, orange juice, peach schnapps, Sprite, and lemon libation. Yummy. The pub will also be serving $15 Budweiser and Bud Light buckets. Midland's Beer Garden opens the earliest at 9:30 a.m. and will air the impeachment hearings on 2 100-inch projectors. $6 Irish coffees will be around for those who need a bit of caffeine with their alcohol, and mulled ciders will also be available for $6. All right, so anyway, dude, try Apple Crown and ribs in the oven, then barbecue sauce on the grill. Oh, using Apple Crown like as a marinade. Let me see what you're talking about there. All right. So anyway, that's the first thing on my Twitter feed this morning. Let's see what else we got here. I'm sure that if I don't have to scroll very far to find people talking about impeachment. Okay, so this is Tyler Trust Trump, get on the Trump train. So this guy's arguing with Bill Mitchell. Okay, Bill Mitchell. Bill Mitchell's an interesting character because Bill Mitchell's a conservative, but he's no fan. I don't think he's any fan of the president. Well, no, Bill Mitchell's very supportive of the president. Never mind. Let's see. Bill Mitchell says the key point Democrats seem to be missing is that President Trump is bound by treaty to investigate corruption by U.S. citizens in Ukraine, and it would be hard to argue that the Bidens weren't neck deep in Ukrainian corruption. I mean, it's not like Trump specifically threatened to withhold $1 billion in aid if Ukraine didn't fire a prosecutor investigating a Don Jr. real estate deal. Now that would have been impeachable. Then Shark says, no, he actually did withhold the aid Congress appropriated for the Ukraine so they would help him smear his potential political rival. Well, that's the narrative, okay? Although the narrative now, not withhold aid, but the new narrative, the new words that they want you to use are bribery. Either it's bribery or it's extortion. Now, you realize those are really widely different things, right? Bribery, extortion, they're two different things. I don't think, it's kind of hard. Can you bribe somebody and extortion? Maybe you can do the extortion after the bribery, but they're not, I don't know how they think that's simultaneous. But let's see, which is very much impeachable and why he is being impeached. Wrong! This is not impeachment, Sharky boy. This is an impeachment inquiry. And then so Tyler Trust Trump, who's on the Trump train, because that's his handle. Get on the Trump train. Is Tyler a bot? No, Tyler is following 5,000, but he has 300,028 following back. He's got quite a few followers. And Tyler Trust Trump says, actually, ignorant one, Trump was given a deadline by Congress to give aid to Ukraine. Trump met that deadline without having Ukraine investigate the Bidens. There's literally no illegal quid pro quo. Quid quo quo. Like as in I'm Elma J. Fudd. On a mansion and a yacht. No, I got this all mixed up. That's what's the dude from Jim Bacchus? Not Jim. Is that Jim Bacchus? That played Mr. Howell. Mr. Howell used to say it. I am Thurston J. Howell III. I own a mansion and a yacht. Anyway. If you know what I'm talking about, just type it in the chat. Who am I talking? Thurston J. Hall III. If you know who that is, put a 1 in the chat. Let's see. So there's literally no quid pro quo. Sorry to break that to you. And then this guy's, why did he hold it up though? Why did he extort Ukraine? You don't even know what the fucking word extortion means. Quid pro quo. So anyway, oh God, it's just so tiresome. It is so tiresome. Okay, let's see. Let's just stroll through Twitter Day. This is fun. I had some headlines, but I'm just gonna, let's see. What else? Okay. Okay. No. What happened to Matt Christensen today? Unreal. YouTube is telling me that our stream contains credible threats to life, but they won't say against whom. Just blur the entire 2.5 hour stream, I guess. What? So, YouTube, hello. We wanted to provide further clarification of why your video has been made private and what changes are necessary to make it publicly available again. Oh, this is about I think this is about when he made the whistleblower's name. He didn't say the whistleblower's name. He made a name that sounded like the whistleblower, and his stream got privated, and they won't unprivate it. YouTube allows content intended to document, educate, or report on world events. However, in this case, your video contains footage that poses a credible threat to life. Oh my God. Please blur the faces or remove references to the name of the individual's pictures who may be at risk to make your video eligible for public viewing. Sincerely, the YouTube team. Now, oh my God, these people are stupid. So Matt asks, who? What individuals? I make a news show. We reference nothing but news articles. Be specific. You can't just tell me to blur entire 2.5 hour stream because they're not even telling you what they're talking about. And so now he's in a little tiff with Team YouTube. Oh yeah, now and why that tweet's unavailable, I don't know. Unreal. YouTube is telling me that our stream contains credible threats to life, but they won't say against whom. Just blur the entire 2.5-hour stream, I guess. And if I made a credible threat, why am I not being punished? I credibly threatened someone, but no strike. Why not, Team YouTube? Okay, so he's okay. They're clearly effing with Matt Christensen. By the way, thank you to Tyler F for retweeting the stream this morning. I appreciate that. And good morning, Tyler. I see you just popped in the chat there. I'm glad you are here, sir. Okay, we're gonna keep going. What else? Let's see. Anything, Devin? Oh, Devin Nunes crushing it. He's asking questions. Like I said, we're not gonna watch this today. I'll just wait, watch a little bit later, see the highlights, pick out different things. Maybe we'll go through a couple videos tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. It is. Hey, this is gonna be perfect for FTG Thursday, right? Speaking of programming notes, just a reminder that Friday will be the 200th broadcast of the Morning Night Live. And we're celebrating by having some guests. Cody's working on a commercial for it. Right, Cody? Cody? Okay, Cody's back there somewhere. But Cody's working on a little commercial for the show. And he's making some phone calls and sending some emails and sending some direct messages for me so that we can have some guests. Now, some possible guests so far, and they're all possible, not 100%, but I know the ranting monkey may be here if he's awake. That'll be fun. Sinatra says hell yeah, if he's home, he's coming. Scribe Light, although has to be at work, but he said he might be in the chat. I've got invitations out to the Jack Cochran, if you know who that is. I've got Irate Alex, formerly known as Irate Bear, could possibly be here, and a plethora of guests. And Cody's working on a guest list, and he's making a commercial as we speak. So I'll run that commercial later today on my Twitter feed. By the way, my Twitter feed right over here. Right, this right here, that says @PDogNight. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Gab, I'm on Minds, but Twitter is the best place to go. If you want to send me articles, you can send them to my DM me on Twitter. My email, pdognight@gmail.com. You can send me stuff there too. So, moving on, let's see. Now, this is, okay, the MSM isn't interested in telling the truth. We're gonna scroll through my Twitter feed today because it'll tell me how things are going, but just by how different people react to things. Okay, so this is Buddy Belk, less government, more fun. Thomas Sowell sums it up 100%. When you want to help people, you tell them the truth. When you want to help yourself, you tell them what they want to hear. That's pretty good. Now, Oliver Darcy, everyone's favorite social media narc. Okay, here's the thing: if there's ever, it's almost every time something happens bad on YouTube, like where there's someone who gets yeeted, or there's a new ad apocalypse, or someone's getting kicked off of different social media platforms. Oliver Darcy is always somewhere in the vicinity. I've noticed that lately. That he's just a little. He goes around listening to people and just he's a little narc guy who just, well, this needs to be kicked off of Twitter. This needs to be kicked off of YouTube. And then he writes, then CNN will run an article, and then it's always, Oliver Darcy's always in the mix. So here Oliver Darcy says, now he's responding to Brian Stelter, and Brian Stelter says, difference between Schiff and Nunes' opening statements. Schiff is trying to speak to the entire country. Nunes is only speaking to the Trump base and the Fox audience. Really? I'm going to guess that Nunes wants to be as influential on this impeachment inquiry as anybody else does. So I'm pretty sure that they're both trying to convince the entire country. Brian Stelter? Well, Darcy replies, honestly, Noonan sounds no different than Hannity right now. Not a smidgen of daylight. Well, you know why, Oliver Darcy, he sounds like Hannity to you? because the only place now I think Sean Hannity. I'm not a fan of Sean Hannity. I think he's been spot on the impeachment stuff, but he's what do I say about Sean Hannity's annoying. Okay, Sean Hannity doesn't let his guests speak. Sean Hannity just he annoys me. He doesn't annoy everybody. He's not. Whatever. Not a bit of daylight. Oh wait, that's Oliver Darcy speaking. Not a smidgen of daylight. Whatever. Oh, what? Here's what to expect from Fed Chair Powell today. Yeah, the Fed has some announcements today too. But anyway, oh, that's interesting. A lot of people are mad at. Some people are mad at Nick Fuentes. Some are not. C.J. Pearson, he's a young black conservative who's come to fame because he started putting conservative videos on Twitter and YouTube when he was about 13 years old or 12 years old. He makes an interesting point here today. So-called conservatives labeling Nick Fuentes a Nazi just because they disagree with him or his tactics are no better than leftists. Debate his ideas, don't defame him. I agree with that. Nick Fuentes is, in my opinion, clearly kind of he's a Richard Spencer clone with a smiley, happier face on him. Although Richard Spencer comes off as this, like, as though he's academic, but his ideas are just butt fuck stupid. But Nick's an interesting character. He's so young. It's funny. Nick Fuentes is 2 years younger than my youngest kid. I did not realize that kid. He's only like 20, 21 years old. And I cannot fathom where some of these ideas come from. He clearly studies from the same school of thought as Richard Spencer. If he's not, he says he's not a white nationalist. He says he's not for an ethno state, but he certainly is for a white ethno family, which is, I don't care. I mean, I'd laugh because he did an interview with, who did he do the interview with that I was watching? The Amazing Lucas, and he was talking about alt-right. I think it's fair to call him alt-right, although he won't describe himself that way. But the philosophy he espouses is exactly the same thing, except for he doesn't necessarily believe there should be an ethno state. He just thinks that he should be able to just go separate and make sure that his family is stays pure lily white and only should, he wants his little white community, thinking that's going to make things better for him. But so not ethno state, but he wants to have red lines. Let's put it, he wants to. God. And I just laugh because he talks about how he wants his generations of white kids, have his white children and his white grandchildren. And I'm thinking, right, as soon as he said that, I'm like, huh. So if you do, I'm going to laugh, Nick, because when you get married, okay, and you have your little nice little white family that you want to have, which is fine. I don't care if people want to date who they want to date. That's not my point here. But I'm going to laugh when he does get married or whatever and has children, right? And the first time his daughter brings home a black guy, I would laugh my ass off. Because I just, this is not a topic I wanted to dive into today, but, how old is he? How old is CJ? I think CJ's 18 now. I think he's a senior in high school now. But he's been on the internet for about 5 years, and he's kind of one of those talking point conservatives. He's so young that and look here, when it comes to the talking point conservatives, okay, even the TPUSAs and the Candace Owens and some people call them Conservative Inc. or whatever. I don't mind. I don't mind that they have talking points. Talking points doesn't mean that they're wrong. But talking points kind of, if you only know talking points and don't know necessarily the principles, or don't know how to answer a question that's not bound by your talking points, then maybe you should study more and talk less. I've been, and that's why, I have to do this video. By the way, I have a video that I almost finished. It's coming out probably either later today or tomorrow morning. It's not a political one. It's one more geared towards my Creepy Dog Productions, but I'm going to put it on both channels. But it's kind of good. You'll see. I'm not even going to tell you what it's about yet. But that's one of the reasons I don't call myself a black conservative. Okay. Now, am I black? Yes, I'm a black man who was adopted by an ADOS family, American Descendant of Slaves, when I was 4 years old, grew up in a black family, and I've been black all my life. Got called the N-word when I was a little kid, because I'm old enough when people still use that word, like the way it's supposed to be used, or the way it's supposed to be used, the way it was originally used. The way it was originally used wasn't necessarily a derogatory term. It was just someone mispronouncing the Spanish word for black, negro. And it eventually became a terrible word, okay? And it became a word that people didn't want to hear anymore. And that's fine. I don't want to hear it anymore. But, so, yes, I'm black. I've been black all my life. And I've been conservative for a very long time. I've been in this conservative... And when I say, okay, again, I'm pigeonholing myself. The reason I don't call myself a black conservative is because everyone has their own image of what that means, okay? Now, think of the people that you could call a black conservative, okay? Thomas Sowell. We just saw Thomas Sowell, the economist, who's a brilliant economist, okay? You could call him a black conservative. You could call Candace Owens a black conservative, okay? Now, she's Black Conservative Inc. We'll talk about that in a minute. You can call Jesse Lee Peterson a black conservative. You could call the Hoteps black conservatives, so to speak, okay? Now, don't ever call them a black conservative either, because they're not. They have a whole different philosophy. There are people who call themselves the conscious black conservatives. You could call them black conservatives, but there's just when you say, or you could say, okay, I call myself a conservative, right? Well, let's see. Jesse Helms was a black conservative, was not a black conservative. Jesse Helms was a conservative. Ted Cruz is a conservative. Some people would call Donald Trump a conservative. Some people would call Susan Collins a conservative. But they're all completely different types of people. So I don't want to, sometimes it would be advantageous for me to call myself a black conservative and put it my Twitter handle. And, I'm sure people people who seek out black conservatives as the people they want to showcase would flock to you, right? But that doesn't really describe me. I have so many views that don't necessarily mesh with all black people, clearly, because the conservative part kind of takes me out of that realm a little bit. And there's ideas that I have that, you know what? There's nuance to a lot of things I talk about, even though I've been voting Republican for the most part since the mid-'80s. I mean, I voted for Ronald Reagan in his second term because I was a kid, and I remember what it was like living during the 70s, and I thought, you know what? Things are getting better under Reagan. I'm not going to take a chance and change that. Okay. Now, I don't always vote Republican, even though I'm a black conservative. So I'm not interested in the label because I'm me, and I'm going to look at issues, and if I think this makes sense to me and to what our goals as a country would be, then I'm going to vote for that. It's one of the reasons I've taken away the idea of being a never Trumper. Okay, because I was never Trump in 2016. I'm not never Trump anymore. I could vote for him, and probably continue to see, regardless of all this circus that's going on right now, all this drama and this. The cat's chasing that hat. What's best for the country, the economy, what's happening in this country right now? Is it if Bernie Sanders is the nominee? I'm gonna call everyone I can to vote for Trump because I don't think Bernie Sanders look. I'm sure Bernie Sanders is a good person. He has a great heart. Well, I shouldn't have went there. Bernie Sanders has just never run anything before. He's never had to write a check for a payroll. He's never even had to endorse a check from a real job. He's never had one. He was this revolutionary, whatever he was and he went straight to Congress. He's never had a job. He's never lived in the real world. But he's a millionaire now, and he has 3 houses. Mr. Social Democrat, or Democratic Socialist, or whatever the fuck he is. Bernie Sanders has never run anything. He barely runs his own campaign. Trump, socialism. Trump, socialism. I'm going to stick with Trump on this one. Okay? Doesn't guarantee it doesn't guarantee that I'll vote for him, but I'm certainly not a never Trumper anymore. Doc, where the hell did you see an Amy Klobuchar sign? Are you in Minnesota? I have not. What's funny is I've not seen one. Although it's interesting. It's too early for this. Really, the only people who are following this crap, at least the campaigns, are the people who are super invested, man. Because you ask, I live with Lady Boomer, who doesn't know anything that's going on. I have to tell her what's going on because she didn't care. It's not even that. She didn't care about that right now. The election is not. It's a year from our next election. So some people are super invested, some are not. I don't know. I think the DNC is struggling right now as far as who's the corporate Democrat candidate is Joe Biden right now. But Joe Biden has so many negatives that they're not going to be able to overcome. And he's their best chance right now because of name recognition, because he can say, I was the vice president under the complete angel Barack Obama, the savior Barack Obama, right? Only Joe Biden has that. I don't know if Elizabeth Warren could compete with Trump. I doubt it. I don't think Bernie can compete with Trump because, again, if it's Bernie Sanders, sure, a lot of college kids might come out and vote for the socialism, but this country ain't gonna do it. Sorry. He might be able to win a Democratic nomination, but he ain't winning no general election. It'll be Nixon McGovern all over again if Bernie Sanders gets nominated. And because Trump, these little hearings they're having today, the impeachment inquiry, they might write some articles of impeachment, but he ain't getting removed from office. And it's just going to make the people who support him way more determined. It's going to make all those people that like him but just didn't vote last time, they'll sure as hell come out for this next one. I'm just saying. All right, what else we got going on here? Anyone else? Oh, Nancy Pelosi. We are the defenders of democracy. Let's listen to Nancy Pelosi say, "We are the defenders of democracy." Oh, I can't even hear that. Oh. This is an impeachment inquiry. Nancy, you remember you kind of got the House to vote on this crap? Oh, they're so tiresome. You couldn't hear that, could you? I'll try it again. Here's what she said. I'm sorry. I clicked the wrong button.
We are defenders of our democracy.
Oh.
And so I'm very prayerful, thoughtful, and actually sad today that our country has to come to a place where the president doesn't understand that Article 2 does not say that he can do whatever he wants.
He just can't.
That he is not above the law, and that he will be held accountable.
We need to hold him accountable. Yes, we do.
We are
We need to hold him accountable. How about you? Okay, whatever. All right, let's see what else. Oh, Lily! Does anybody actually watch Lily sing? I just want to see how unfunny she is. Let's see. As Lily mentioned in the last night's episode, we just launched a little late PixArt this challenge in partnership with PixArt Studio. Here's a PixArt app to learn more. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to do that. Because she's so unfunny. She's so, oh my gosh, she's terrible. Oh my gosh. We're going through this article. Therapy dog slated to visit Capitol Hill today. Oh my God. Hold on. I definitely need some special music for this today. Hold up. Oh, this is embarrassing. You know what? There's got to be a point here where you're just embarrassed for your country. I don't get it. How this should be embarrassing to people. Oh, a little loud, sorry. I know this is a little loud, but hey. Back to our article. Some cuddly canines are coming to the rescue of stressed out Capitol Hill staffers. Pet Partners, a therapy animal organization, and the Pet Industry Joint Advisory Council are bringing a batch of furry friends to the halls of Congress. Therapy dogs will be roughing it. I see what they did there. On Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. in room 902 of the Hart Senate Office Building and rooms 2043 and 2044 of the Rayburn House Office Building. Who better to bring comfort and relief to the hardworking folks on Capitol Hill than a furry group of loving, intuitive, and bipartisan pet partners therapy animals? The group asks in a news release touting the event. The animals, which ITK hears will be registered therapy dogs, are meant to offer congressional staff a break from the stress of wrapping up on an exceptionally busy year, and to demonstrate the health and wellness benefits of the human-animal bond. Can you feel it? Can you feel the calm wafting down over you? To know that there will be therapy dogs available for Capitol Hill staff. Motherfuckers, get another job if you can't. Oh my God. Get out. Get out. Get out. Oh my God. It is impeachment inquiry day. Oh, Amanda Carpenter, former conservative. Now's a good time to remind everyone that serious person Devin Nunes is suing a pretend cow over satirical tweets. Okay, whatever. You know, whatever. Yeah. Oh, a cult-like atmosphere, Representative Nunes says of closed-door depositions. Note that Republicans participated in every one of those depositions. What is he talking about? Yeah, you know, whatever. Oh, here's a good cartoon. Psst, your ID is showing. But I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to get accused of making threats to somebody like poor Matt Christensen did. Oh, goodness gracious. What else we got today? Let's see what else is happening here. This is great. What time? 9:58. Okay, just a reminder too that if you want to do super chats, I don't have super chats for YouTube, but you can do them in the Streamlabs linked in the description down below. Also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, hit the bell, make sure you get notifications, and follow me on Twitter at PDogKnight. Right there. For the congressional staff, they need to take 2 tablespoons of cement and harden up. Yeah, something. They need to stop drinking. They need to stop thinning out their veins. Thank you, G Prime, for tweeting out the show this morning. I appreciate that. Oh, and Maddie, too. I think I already said thank you to Maddie. Maddie, you're the best. I'm sure Maddie's a news chick, though. She's got to be watching this trial, or the, whatever, hearings. The impeachment inquiry. Oh, I only need 2 more conspiracies for a bingo. Yes, okay. Nunes has brought up the P-tape, Steele dossier, and corrupt media, so if you're wondering if Republicans were going to be serious and level-headed today, they're not. Well, you know what? Hey, why wouldn't you bring it up? All the Democrats have done for 3 years as the walls are closing in. This is the bombshell we needed. He obstructed justice. When there's no underlying crime. Everyone's so excited. Nunes hitting Adam Schiff for trying to find nude pictures of Donald Trump from Russian pranksters. Fact check, true, he actually did that, and I swear to God, if PolitiFact or Snopes or anyone tries to say that Adam Schiff didn't do that, they are full of shit. It's all on tape. They prank these Russian radio like shock jocks. Prank called Devin Nunes. Said that they were Russian government officials, pretending to be Russian government officials, and Nunes is on the call, and they're saying, yes, we do have some nude photos of Trump that we have, and we're blackmailing. We could certainly possibly blackmail the president, but we would be happy to give them to you so that we can help you impeach this president. And Adam Schiff was going for it, and then I don't even know how. I don't know how he finally found out. Brett Moselle, leader of Newsbusters and the Media Research Center. What you're going to watch today has nothing, I repeat, nothing to do with impeachment, because it is impeachment. It's an impeachment inquiry. It's all about stopping Trump's reelection. It is. That they there are some that have said so. If we don't impeach the president, he could possibly be reelected. What? I can't even remember which congressman said that. Let's see. Jay Caruso. I had the over-under for the first mention of the Steele dossier by Republicans at 1 minute. It took 20 seconds. Well, why don't they want to talk about the Steele dossier? Why don't they want to talk about the Steele dossier? Why don't they want to talk about how it originated? Why don't they want to talk about how the Ukrainians interfered in the 2016 election, or how the Democrats and the DNC and Hillary Clinton solicited information from a foreign government, Ukraine, or used a foreign spy? A foreign spy paid for by the Clinton campaign and the DNC through Perkins Coie law firm to Fusion GPS, who hired a foreign spy to get dirt on her political opponent. And all with the blessing of the President of the United States, Barack Hussein Obama. Isn't that what this was about? Wasn't that what the whole last 2 years are about? The foreign collusion in meddling in an election. The Ukrainians who were meddling in an election. The Ukrainians who actually put people in jail for meddling in the U.S. election. No, they don't. Of course, they don't want to talk about that. I don't know how you are doing it. I'm having a lot of trouble with my blood pressure right now. It's on here at the house, and I'm already seething. Kudos to being able to listen to it without risking a coronary. Schiff deserves nothing but derision today. Want to bring your blood pressure down? Just draft derisive tweets and blast them at him at this address, Representative Adam Schiff. No, my chat. I don't want you. Oh, I'm on my Twitter feed. You can't see it. We're scrolling down my Twitter still. Let's see. I don't care what Lauren Chen's saying here. Satu's having a little Twitter fuckery with fuckatry. Twitter fuckatry. That's what they do on the Lords of the Night. He's doing some Twitter fuckatry with somebody, and I want to stick to. Oh, okay. Politico says the White House plans to respond to the impeachment hearings today with a rapid response team, coordinated message with the Hill, and release of a second transcript sometime this week. You know, there was someone who was saying that, I think it was that Chris Cillizza, that moron from CNN, who was saying that the president was saying there was a second call. There was a second call to Ukraine, and so they're gonna release that call so that let me put this on the full screen here and see if this fits. There, it fits there. There's a second call that he's going to release the transcript of that too, because it will clarify perhaps what they were talking about in this call that they've already got a transcript for. And Chris Cillizza was saying to the effect, well, that doesn't matter. We already have the transcript of this call. We already know what you did in this call, and this is that, and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter if there's another call. It doesn't matter if there's any more evidence of anything else. This is the only thing that matters, because we've already interpreted what this call means, and this call means that you were bribing, and you were extorting, and you were quid pro quoing, and you were cheating and lying and doing a media crime. Well, wait, but I have evidence that it was not that. Nope, it doesn't matter. We already know, and we have our narrative, and you're impeached, and they're gonna write a Parliament's impeachment, and then you're gonna go to the Senate, and then it's all gonna fail because the Republicans are like, fuck off. But there's this other evidence. No! But evidence, no! But no! So anyway, here's Politico. White House preps for impeachment show with an awkward chief of staff sideshow. Why is it awkward? What do you mean, why is it awkward? That's who wrote this? Okay, Michael Mulvaney drew himself into an unusual standoff with his own White House, just as the president's aides were gearing up for impeachment hearings. Okay, let's see what this says. Mike Mulvaney is isolated, marginalized, and growing more irrelevant to the West Wing staff he's meant to lead during one of the most consequential moments of the Trump presidency. Though the White House acting chief of staff is still participating in impeachment meetings and working out of the White House, the strategy increasingly being driven by the White House lawyers, legislative affair teams, and top officials from the press and communication shops who spend the week setting up a rapid response team and developing plans to push back on witnesses' testimony in real time. It's an awkward staff situation that mirrors so many moments of the Trump presidency, aides trying to proceed with business as usual while the unusual drama plays out, and the very people expected to lead the effort instead witnessing, jockeying by potential replacements. Together, these officials are working to map out the way both the White House and Republican lawmakers will react in a unified fashion to the first day of televised impeachment hearings, which kick off Wednesday morning. Now, that's an interesting sentence. It's a very interesting sentence because, so he says, so together, officials are working to map out the way both the White House and Republican lawmakers will react in a unified fashion to the first day of televised impeachment hearings. Let's change a couple words in that sentence and see if you think this is appropriate. Together, Democratic leaders and officials working to map out the way both the Democrat committee members and Democratic lawmakers and the media will react in a unified fashion to the first day of televised impeachment hearings. Because that's true too. So they're saying, they're trying to have a coordinated and unified look. Well, you'd think the Democrats aren't either, and except for the notable exceptions that are on the right and have a completely different view of the world, most of the major media, which is almost all of it, except for Fox, except for Breitbart, except for a couple little outlets, The Blaze and some websites, they're all on the same side. Okay? CNN, MSNBC, CBS, ABC, NBC, Politico, New York Times, not New York Post. New York Post is I think they're more supportive of Trump, but they just kind of report. The Philadelphia Inquirer, the Los Angeles Times, the New Orleans Time-Picayune, you name it, Chicago Tribune, they're all coordinated. They all use the same talking points. They all read right off the DNC talking points. So the idea that the Republicans are trying to get their message unified, well, of course they are. And so right. Top staffers from the White House, including the new temporary hire, Tony Saya, attended 2 meetings on Tuesday with House and Senate press staff to plan for a coordinated response, according to 2 attendees. Okay, it's anonymous sources. Together, these officials are working to map out the way they both already said that. President Donald Trump has also promised to release a transcript of a second call with the Ukrainian president by week's end, he said on Twitter, giving him ammunition to potentially turn the conversation away from Capitol Hill. All of it is moving forward with Mulvaney as sidelined as ever. He ended up in this tenuous position after 4 days of back and forth federal court proceedings after his attorneys tried to join a lawsuit that asked a judge to rule on whether or not top officials should be forced to testify on Capitol Hill after Democrats subpoenaed them. Mulvaney decided to drop the lawsuit entirely on Tuesday morning after his allies said he was surprised by the political blowback and internal sniping his own court filing created. Trump allies were quite surprised over the weekend that Mulvaney would so openly defy the orders of the White House counsel's office and engage in any way with the impeachment inquiry. The president has already been deeply irritated by the parade of administration officials testifying on Capitol Hill, said a person close to the president. let's just say, said an anonymous source. Well, is that a shock? Anybody? Is that a shock? Is that a shock that the president might be deeply irritated by this? Do you think do you think President Barack Obama was ever deeply irritated by the hearings about Benghazi? Do you think President George W. Bush was ever deeply irritated when people were talking about the people being tortured in Iraq and that there were the hearings for that? Do you think President Clinton was deeply irritated when people were talking about his spooge on a blue dress? Duh! Another senior administration official called the Mulvaney machinations a process that's done with for now. Now we move on to whatever's next tomorrow. Oh, that's brilliant. Official said. The official said. Oh, that is just a gem of glorified. I don't even know what to call it. That's beautiful. Now we move on to whatever's next tomorrow. That's a brilliant statement. So anyway, this is all about how Mulvaney is being kind of marginalized. Whatever, I don't care. You know what? Let's see what's trending on Twitter, because I've been on Twitter all morning, so why not just see what the trends are? Oh, I can't imagine. I can't imagine what's trending on Twitter right now. Anybody want to guess? What do you think the most glorious and just ubiquitous topic on Twitter is right now? What would you think? Well, let's find out. I have no idea what would be trending on Twitter right now. Oh, well, number one, impeachment hearings. Very good. Okay. Let's see what the top thing on here is. Ambassador Bill Taylor, quote, "I am worried about what I heard concerning the role of Rudy Giuliani, who had made several controversial statements about Ukraine and U.S. policy toward the country." Okay. Oliver Willis. That's from The Hill. Oliver Willis. Oh, Trump, quote, "was using the presidency in its most unchecked area, foreign affairs, to advance his own personal interests as opposed to the country's," according to George Conway, Kellyanne Conway's husband. I don't even know. Is anybody else completely and utterly confused about that relationship? What did George and Kelly do? Kelly comes home from her job as an advisor to the president every day, and she and George eat dinner together. Do they talk? Do they talk? Do they sleep in the same bed? He spends his entire day completely trashing the president, and she is practically. I was gonna say something really rude, and I'm not gonna say it now, but it has to do with removing skin from a certain body part. She's his. I don't know how those two even. I don't know. George Kent says that. Associated Press. George Kent says that never. This is writing by the Associated Press. Now, I make mistakes on Twitter, but I don't write for a living. Isn't the Associated Press an organization that writes for a living? George Kent says that never saw any effort by U.S. officials to prevent scrutiny of a Ukrainian national gas company where Hunter Biden sat on the board. Kent is a top State Department official who is testifying in the first public impeachment hearings. Interesting. He never saw any effort by U.S. officials to prevent scrutiny of a Ukrainian natural gas company where Hunter Biden sat on the board. Really? You would think Well, no, I was thinking, no, not Lorena Bobbitt. I mean, just I. Okay, Sheograth. I don't even know how to say it. Sucking so hard that it would remove. Never mind. Okay. Never saw any effort by U.S. officials to prevent scrutiny of a Ukrainian natural gas company where Hunter Biden sat on the board. Really? You don't think firing the lead prosecutor and forcing the scrutiny to stop is preventing scrutiny of the company there, Mr. Kent? Oh my God. I okay. It's trending number 1, impeachment hearing, and it's trending number 2, impeachment day. Now that's funny. That's hilarious. Oh, opening statements by Representative Adam Schiff and Representative Nadler during impeachment day. Well, this is only 28 seconds. Here we go.
You're crazy. I know you are.
Oh shoot, that's really low.
I know you are.
Can I turn that up?
You're an idiot. I know you are, but what am I? Crazy. I know you are, but what am I? You're a nerd. I know you are, but what am I? You're an idiot. I know you are, but what am I? 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 Infinity. No, I'm not. You are. No way. Knock it off. Cut it out. Oh, shut up.
Hi, Jen.
Make me. Why don't you make me? Because I don't make monkeys. I just trade them. You're crazy. I know you are.
Okay, so that's cute. And we're not going to do any more of that. Oh, the coup has started. Oh, yeah, this is Mark Zay, January 30th, 2017, the lawyer for the whistleblower who shall not be named because it's more dangerous than Voldemort. The coup has started. This is the January 30th, 2017. The coup has started. First of many steps. Rebellion, impeachment will follow. Ultimately, lawyers. Yes, fuck off. MAGA is angry about the hashtag impeachment hearings, impeachment day, and impeach Trump, and are posting pathetic clapbacks on tweets that use them. Laugh at them, pity them. I am. Bitch, please. Hi, Maniac Man. Bitch, please. I'm not mad. I think it's hilarious. And I guess I'm not MAGA though, okay? I'm not officially MAGA. I'm just not a never Trumper anymore. But I'm not MAGA, so I guess I'm not mad. Anyone in my chat, I know there's a couple MAGA people in here. If you're MAGA, do those hashtags bother you even the least? I know I'm in the land of I don't give a fuck. Did anyone expect otherwise? I think it's hilarious that they're trending. Nunes is trending number 3. We'll talk about that later tomorrow. Same with George Kent. It is World Kindness Day, people. Let's go to World Kindness Day because we need some kindness. Today is World Kindness Day. Here are 12 amazing acts of kindness that will warm your heart. I don't like The Independent. I'm not hitting it. It's World Kindness. How to be kind at the gym. Put your weights back. Okay, that's from Gymshark. Billie Jean King is chiming in on World Kindness Day. And I bet this will be very, very cathartic. Cathartic? Yeah, cathartic. Oh my God, it's snowing in Minnesota. Go figure. Billie Jean King says for World Kindness Day, listen to this very carefully. I should have some... I don't have time for music. Anyway. Our world is filled with many whose differences to divide us from each other. Oh, I'm sorry. Our world is filled with many who use differences to divide us from each other. Take time today to celebrate our differences and practice inclusion and recognize that diversity makes us strong. World Kindness Day. Alrighty then. Except for diversity of thought. That's not allowed. Here we go. Okay. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. I think that's a great advice. I try to be kind to people I like. I try to be kind to people I don't care for. I try to be kind to people who have different opinions than me. And although I do kind of say F a lot. So I don't know. All right. It was World Kindness Day. That's trending number 4. George Kent. part of impeachment. 5, Ambassador Taylor, part of impeachment inquiry. Number 6, Bill Taylor. Number 7, impeachment inquiry. Trump bribery. Yes. The talking point directly from the Democratic National Committee and the Democratic Congressional Campaign Crisis, whatever that DCCC thing stands for. Trump bribery is trending. Let's see if there's any good ones on this. Let's see. Impeachment hearings, testimonies are now underway in the public impeachment hearing into President Trump inquiry. Okay, so Vin says, it's illegal. Oh, look. 3 Democratic senators extorting the Ukraine to manufacture dirt on Trump for the Mueller investigation. But getting dirt on opponents doesn't affect elections when Democrats do it. LOL. This is bribery. Investigating Ukraine corruption is not. Okay, let's read this letter it's too blurry. Can you download it? Damn it. Can't. No, I don't want to do that. It's too blurry. We'll find this letter later. We'll probably read this letter tomorrow. Yeah, there's a letter out there that everything that they are accusing Trump of, this letter from let's see, from who are the senators here? At least maybe I'll be able to see the senators' names. It's blurry, but it doesn't say. I think one of them's Dick Durbin. I can't remember, but they're literally the whole quid pro quo thing. It's all in this letter. I want to see this letter later. We'll find it. Don't worry. Dan Bongino, the sleaze emanating from Adam Schiff's pores, and every word, nothing this man says can be trusted. He is a documented fraud and skilled liar. This whole thing is a farce meant to cover up a massive corruption by the Democrats, not Trump bribery. That's according to Dan Bongino, who used to be in the Secret Service, protecting presidents' lives. Now, let's go to the total opposite end of the spectrum. This is Scott Dworkin, the #1 Trump hater on the internet. Trump bribery, impeachment day, fire the president, and impeachment hearings are all trending. Nothing trending that supports Trump. Sad. That's because all the people who support Trump are laughing at those hashtags and they're participating in them. Don't care. MoveOn.org. Oh, good. I've been wondering what MoveOn has to say. It's shamefully clear that every time Republicans speak in these hearings, they show that they're not interested in defending our country or finding the truth. Fact is, they know the truth and have chosen Trump over country. Oh, whatever. I'm okay. So everything trending today is going to have something to do with this. I'm just saying. Kiev, not the chicken type, but just Kiev. And so Ukraine is trending. Wednesday wisdom. Let's do it. Hopefully, there's a good Wednesday wisdom today. Here we go. Something to ponder. The United States has become a place where entertainers and professional athletes are mistaken for people of importance. I've needed a doctor. I've needed a teacher. I need farmers every day. I've needed a auto mechanic, a plumber, a house painter, and a lot of other everyday people. But I've never, not even once, needed a pro athlete, a media personality, or a Hollywood entertainer for anything. Well, unless you're trying to get entertained. But, yeah, you know what? There are a lot of important people in the world. You need to recognize that they are. Do these 2 things. It will change your life. Straight from the Bible. 1, you have not because you ask not. Start asking God. Number 2, write the vision and make it plain. Write your vision down. That's number 2. That's from Steve Harvey. Interesting. Okay, that's our Wednesday wisdom for today. Moving on. If you don't believe in God or you don't have this higher power thing, you just, I don't know, try your instinct, whatever. Kiev, trending, nope. MacBook Pro, apparently Apple announces the 16-inch MacBook Pro, which means they're caught up with, I don't know, Gateway 2014, who knows. Actually, MacBooks... Apple makes a great product. I just have never been a Mac person. Just never have. George Conway is trending because, Kellyanne Conway's. You know what's funny? Okay, going back to that one. Where is that one? Trump. Okay, so this guy here. What did he say? Okay, Scott Dworkin, the number one Trump hater on the internet. Trump bribery, impeachment day, fire the president, and impeachment hearings are all trending. Nothing trending that supports Trump. Sad. Mr. Dworkin, you do realize that Twitter also somewhat kind of manipulates the trending things, right? Too, because they do. And also, what's happening right now, asswipe, is usually what's trending. And what's happening right now, let's see, Trump bribery, well, yeah, because that's the Democratic talking point, so everyone's writing that. Impeachment day, yes, that's it happening right now. Now the fire of the president, whatever, I don't care. And impeachment hearings. Those usually things that are happening currently end up trending on Twitter, right? I bet they do. And you know what? Sometimes, there was what was this? Sometimes people in conferences, like some conference in Florida trend right now because everyone at the conference tweets about it, right? I don't give a shit. You guys, oh my God. George Kent, it was unexpected and most unfortunate to watch some Americans, including those who allied themselves with corrupt Ukrainians in pursuit of private agendas, launch an attack on the dedicated public service advancing U.S. interests in Ukraine. You know what, George? I don't know what you're saying. Nope. Nope. Sorry. I'm not going to finish that thought. I'm not going to because we might talk about this tomorrow. Today's Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, we'll talk about, because I'll have a lot of FTGs tomorrow. I'm saving it all for FTG Thursday. I'm saving it all. Okay. We're not going to talk about any of this impeachment stuff. I'm done. I'm moving on. Kev, Macbird Pro, George Conway, CM Punk. Is that the WWE guy? CM Punk? I'll see you here next week, says CM Punk during WWE backstage appearance. Is he coming back? I thought he was out of the deal because he got hurt so bad. Just when they think they've got the answers, I change the culture. I'll see you here next week, said CM Punk during a WWE television appearance. Interesting. If you're a WWE fan, you know what I just found out yesterday? I know I'm all over the place today. So, I didn't find this out yesterday. When did I find this out? Last Saturday. My daughter was here. My daughter, AJ, some of you have met AJ. She's been on the show a couple times. AJ informed me, my soon-to-be 25-year-old daughter, that she's a huge fan of WWE. Now, that just cracks me up. That came out of the blue. She loves the WWE. So I don't know why, but I loved wrestling when I was younger too. But it came out of nowhere because she was at the college theater and all that stuff. Hi, Seamus Derby. I see you there. Hi, Maniac Man. So anyway, CM Punk. I thought he got hurt like so badly that he wouldn't be able to do the wrestling thing anymore, but who knows? Anyway, so there's your foreshadowing. That's known as foreshadowing, that in the WWE that you might be seeing CM Punk again. Kiev is trending. Oh my God. Let me guess. This is trending because Trump misspelled Kiev, I bet. I met some pictures of Kiev. Who spelled it wrong? Oh, okay. Somebody pronounces it Kiev as opposed to Kiev. Russian pronounces it Kiev. Most Americans learned the pronunciation in the Soviet area. Ukrainians pronounce it Kiev. Okay, that's interesting. I did not know that. I still say chicken Kiev, but Ukrainians pronounce it Kiev. So I made you some chicken Kiev. Kiev? I've been watching the impeachment, honey. Get your shit together. Now I will like that because that is something funny Oliver Willis actually put up there. So it's pronounced Kiev in the Ukraine, but Kiev everywhere else in the world. Okay, what else? Kiev, CM Punk, Ambassador Taylor, more. Kiev is more Kiev. Walter Cronkite's trending. Why is Walter Cronkite trending? Taylor, Sondland said Trump wanted wanted President Zelensky in a public box. Good God, we know this, but hearing it from Ambassador Taylor in his Walter Cronkite voice, wow. Whatever. Yeah. Ambassador Taylor sounded like a cross between Paul Harvey. Oh, because that's what his voice sounds like. Okay, whatever. Moving on. Nope, nothing on the hearings. I'm saving it all for FTG Thursday. FTG Thursday. Tomorrow, FTG Thursday. And remember, Friday, the 200th episode extravaganza. Right, Cody? Are you working on that? Cody? What is he doing? God damn it. Cody, what the hell's Cody doing? I hope he didn't hear me. Anyway, he's supposed to be doing a commercial for me. We'll see how that turns out tomorrow. Game Freak lied. Uh-oh. What did Game Freak do? Okay, I hear you, Pokemon fans. I'll be covering Game Freak lied in 90 minutes, and hopefully you'll enjoy the video enough to share it around. Pokemon fans now join the ranks of feeling betrayed alongside every Bethesda fan who bought Fallout 76. Game Freak lied. Okay, whoever Game Freak is, they lied and are pissing off some gamers, and it's trending number 20. I'll bet you that gets up in the top 10 today. Just because a lot of game salty tears things tend to trend high. And finally, last but not least, one who can't be erased. K-pop. Nope. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. I really haven't been paying attention to the chat that much. But I thank you for everyone who's been showing up. I think I said hello to everybody this morning. And I appreciate you coming here today on the Morning Night Live, this beautiful day. I think that, I'm going to have a lot to talk about tomorrow, a lot of FTGs to give out. And I don't know if there's going to be too many attaboys, but there will definitely be some FTGs. Tune in tomorrow to find out. And please, 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 on Friday, my 200th show, be there bright and early. I'll try to be on time. But we're going to have several special guests, and Cody's working on the commercial. He's making the phone calls, sending out the emails to make sure that we have guests on Friday. I have some tentative guests that are all there. Everyone's so iffy, but schedules are weird, and when you when you stream the time of the day that I do, it's not easy for some of the people that I've asked to come on. So if they do come, please show your appreciation for them when we're here on Friday. I'm excited for my 200th show. But tomorrow, FTG Thursday, we're here Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, 2 p.m. GMT. And 3 p.m. GMT. It's daylight saving time. I get that mixed up. 3 p.m. GMT. And if you would be so kind, if you haven't done so already, hit the like button on the way out if you like what we do, or duck dog if you haven't hit the dislike button. That one's especially for you. And subscribe, ring the bell, hit the share button, and donations and super chats for future shows are in the Streamlabs link down below. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. My name is P Dog Knight, and I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Hey, this is P-Dog Knight, and thank you for watching today on the P-Dog Knight channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comments section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterward so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through the Streamlabs link, which is also in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm P-Dog Knight, and I'm out of here.
All right. Like on the road, you have it, so you could just go out and drive.